Hey everyone, the Green Waifu here. Today I am going to show you guys everything that I read for the month of April. I read 14 books in total, so let's dive right in and I'll show you what I read. So to start off, I read volume 2 of Maiden of the Needle. This manga is so wholesome and so cute. This is honestly probably going to end up being one of my favorites. It already is one of my favorites. The storyline is just great. Like, it's unique. It's about this girl that has something called like blessed weaving, and she can use magic and fairies to like weave magic and spell into clothing that she makes. So she makes clothing for like all of the kingdom, and she ends up meeting someone who's gonna marry her, and it's just like it's cute. I love it. Next up, I read volume 1 and 2 of Fiance of the Wizard. This is also super adorable and wholesome. I'm just a sucker for like a super sweet, wholesome romance. It does something to me. Here's that second cover too, if you guys couldn't see that well. This is volume 2. They do have a couple other volumes out already, so I will be picking those up in the next week or so and trying to get caught up. Next up, I read volume 4 of The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. This is another really wholesome manga about a guy that is like a descendant of an ice spirit, so he has ice powers, and whenever he gets nervous, he like freezes stuff and makes it snow, and he starts developing this crush on one of his coworkers, so like he's constantly like freezing stuff. And it's really cute. It just like follows along their relationship. I feel like volume 4 got a little bit slow. I did kind of have to push through it, but the next like 4 volumes are up for pre-order, so I did go ahead and pre-order them, and hopefully I enjoy them. Next up, I read The Tiger Won't Eat the Dragon Yet. This was pretty good. It was kind of, I don't want to say weird, it was kind of bizarre. Not even bizarre, it was just really random, but the story was cool. It follows along this dragon that can turn into a human and a tiger that can turn into a human, and they're kind of just like fighting back and forth, but like also slowly becoming friends. And I liked it. Like I said, it was kind of like random. It's a really random manga. Like, I don't even know how to categorize it, but I did like it so far. And the second volume is up for pre-order, and I did pre-order it, so I will be reading it. Next, I read volume 1 through 3 of A Sign of Affection. This manga is so freaking cute. So it follows along a deaf girl who starts falling in love with this guy, and he starts learning sign language to communicate with her, and it's just oh, I love it so much. I also like that like they actually try to show sign language in the manga. It's not just all text, and I like that. So, A Sign of Affection does have a lot of volumes out, so I'm trying to slowly purchase them and get caught up. And I'll go ahead and show you guys each cover. This is volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. Next up, I read Cinderella is Dead. I did a full review on this book because I was just shook. This book was kind of crazy. It was all over the place. It is a YA novel, but boy, it was queer. It was energetic. The fantasy, the fairy tales. It was a good book. I will be linking that full review down below, but like this book was great. I cannot wait to read the other books by this author. This book was really good as well. It's like an enemies to lovers, but it's a vampire and a werewolf, which I feel like is a crossover that we just don't see enough of. It's always vampires against werewolves, which does show up a bit in the book, but they fall in love, and I'm not going to say anything else. And last but not least, I read The Cruel Prince. I do have some thoughts about this book, and I will be making a full review video. This was definitely almost a do not finish. I saw the vision. They had me in the first half, but I was quite a bit disappointed, unfortunately. So I will be doing a full let's discuss video about The Cruel Prince. I'm gonna try and read the next book because I like the basis of the story. I do want to know what happens next. I was just not a fan of the story building and the writing style. So that is it for the month of April. I also read 3 other books that I cannot display because they are practically the word that rhymes with Sentai, and the covers are kind of just a bit too much for me to show a picture of, and I don't want to like lose my channel. So the last 3 books I will not be showing, but I might make a separate channel one day to discuss more of the spicy things that I read. As always, thank you for watching. Feel free to comment down below, check me out on my other platforms, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!